Testing, testing. Okay. All right, here we go. Good evening, parents and guardians, grandparents, relatives, friends, and faculty. Welcome to historic Goodrich Field and commencement exercises for Anoka High School's class of 2022. Let's try that one more time. I think we can do better than that. And here is the class of 2022. There we go. My name is Michael Farley, and I have the privilege of being the principal of Anoka High School. I feel truly blessed to serve with the best students, staff, and community in the state of Minnesota. I begin this momentous evening by giving thanks to each of you for attending our 150th commencement tonight and joining our Anoka family in celebrating our wonderful graduates. And I have to ad-lib at this point. I didn't even realize this until I started writing the speech a couple days ago, but this makes sense. This incredible group to be our 150th. Another big round of applause for this group. At this time, I'd like to welcome our guests at the platform. School Board Treasurer, Ms. Erin Hers McCardle. School Board Director, Mr. Matt Audette. And the Superintendent, we also have, in the burgundy suit, my boss, Associate Superintendent Dr. Delich, and Superintendent of Anoka Hennepin Schools, Mr. David Law. The Anoka family is very happy you could be here with us tonight to celebrate and share in our joy as we graduate this amazing class of 2022. At this time, I'd ask everyone to please stand and join Michaela Taylor, Mackenzie Taylor, Molly Tomes, and Claire Lockwood as they lead us in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Michaela, Mackenzie, Molly, and Claire. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Sydney Young, Student Council President. Sydney is the daughter of Sean and Melissa Young of Ramsey and a very active student at Anoka High School. Sydney has participated in Student Council since her freshman year and is the Student Council President this year. She is a four-year academic letter winner, a member of the National Honor Society, and has actively participated in Tornado Service Club, Naturally Anoka, and softball. Sydney gave this year's Veterans Day Assembly speech and is one of the voices of Anoka announcements each week. Sydney plans to attend the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities for a degree of biology and on a pre-dentistry track. In addition, on Monday mornings, I would have the opportunity to visit with her and sometimes discuss how things were going. You'll be dearly missed, Sydney. Please welcome Miss Sydney Young.
According to my Student View app, there are 558 students graduating from the Anoka family in 2022. 558. That's a big number. 558 of us made it through 13 years of the most demanding yet rewarding times of our lives. That's amazing. So congratulations to the graduates sitting in front of me, but there are others who I'd like to thank. Parents, guardians, and families, thank you. Thank you for your constant support, especially the last 4 years. You are part of the reason why we are here tonight. We truly love and appreciate you, even if it's not always shown when you tell us to do our homework or clean our rooms. Staff and faculty, thank you. Your guidance and support is why we are here today. Us students can see how much you truly care about the Anoka family. And finally, students, thank you. Thank you for showing up and pushing through to the end. You have done incredible things, and I couldn't be more proud of the class of 2022. You are the most important reason as to why we are here tonight. During the second trimester of English, we were shown a video from Tom Hanks, who had said, "I wish I had known that this too shall pass." When my English teacher, Miss Kurtz, had asked us to write down our immediate thoughts and reactions on a piece of paper, I 100% wrote retweet, because he's right, this too shall pass. When I heard these words and thought more about it as the day went on, I thought about how true it is. We graduates walking through shipping containers our freshman year. This too shall pass. The pipe bursting in the cafeteria. This too shall pass. COVID putting everyone online. This too shall pass. And the timidness we feel leaving high school. This too shall pass. I'd be willing to bet that just about everyone here worries a lot more than they even realize. Worrying about what their hair looks like, or if their windshield wiper speed is dramatic compared to everyone else on the road. But if we stop to realize that no matter how much we worry, the world doesn't stop turning, and therefore, this too shall pass. I believe that putting these words in my thoughts has made me feel more free, and I ask that you try it too. If you're sitting in these seats right now thinking, I'm scared for what comes next, don't worry, because that too shall pass. Or if you're thinking, oh my gosh, get this girl off the stage so we can move on, don't worry because I'm almost done and this too shall pass. Class of 2022, we have done so many amazing things in our high school career, things that are unfathomable to past graduates. I can confidently say that we've lived through it all. Construction, the timidity we felt entering high school, pipe bursts, stinky locker rooms, COVID, and so much more. But because we are so strong, we made it through with only a couple of scratches, and that is what puts us above. We didn't give up when it got hard, we pushed through. So class of 2022, congratulations, and whenever you are feeling nervous or uncertain about anything in this life, just remember that this too shall pass. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney. To the class of 2022, as I stated on your last day of school last Thursday, as we sat in the Anoka High School auditorium for the last time to watch the senior video prepared by your classmate, Miss Sydney Kress, and shed tears of joy, happiness, and a moment of closure to our 4 years together. It was a very emotional time for us. We shared lots of hugs and goodbyes. It is really not goodbye, though. It is more, I will see you soon, and know that we will always be here for you. Stop back to let us know how things are going and how your journey is going. You stated many times, I did not think our senior year would go this fast, and where did the last 4 years go? This is the circle of high school. You enter your freshman year not knowing what to expect, and you end with a wonder if you just had a few more months, you would have done more things, or if you could redo that last 4 years, you would do some things differently. When I am asked what do you remember or think of when you think of the class of 2022, all of our staff have a common theme with your class. You are resilient, bright, caring, supportive, kind, respectful. You are vibrant and have big personalities. You are change agents, and you make everyone around you feel welcome. Your class has established more new traditions and changes than any class before you. You have helped to shape the new Anoka family and what it really means. Your class experienced more educational platforms in 4 years than any other class in the history of American education. You have completed in-person education, synchronous, asynchronous, hybrid models, in-person, online, and every type of education anyone could design. I do not know much, but I know this. The class of 2022 will find your path. You will change your communities for the better, and you will make the world a better place for all. You will make others feel welcome wherever you go, and you will take good care of my generation when we retire. I stand here today with a full heart, tons of emotion. You make us so proud, and you will be successful in whatever you choose to do. I love you all very much and know that I am very confident that you will do big things in the future. Good luck, be confident, be courageous, and chase your dreams with those big personalities. Thank you for the privilege of walking alongside you for the past 4 years and for what you have taught me. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Anoka Hennepin Schools, Mr. David Law, who will share some remarks with you at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Farley. A year ago, on what was probably 105 degrees out here, I promised to read only the first and last sentence of my graduation speech, probably the most well-received by student speech I've ever given. I'll be closer this year. Congratulations, Anoka High School class of 2022. Knowing Mr. Farley since 1992 and watching him lead this school over the past decade, I have a special connection to your school. I see how you interact with each other as I visited you over the last 4 years. I hear the term Anoka family, and people define it every year as a point of pride. Something unique in Anoka Hennepin that I hope never changes. As Mr. Farley shared, this is the 150th graduation from Anoka High School. Our district, as it's currently formed, was formed in 1952. You are joining almost 150,000 Anoka Hennepin alumni out in the community. At this point in time, parents, if you are a graduate of any of the Anoka Hennepin schools, would you please raise your hand, or audience members? Those are the people out there welcoming you into your next phase of life. Starting last Wednesday until the last graduate tonight, we will have 2,991 graduates this season. The most of any school in the state of Minnesota, or school district in the state of Minnesota. That's right. More than that, among you, 8 out of 10 of you at least has taken credit towards your next step in life, whether it be technical school, post-secondary school, advanced placement, or college credit, saving your parents literally millions of dollars already. We know through research that if you've taken a class and succeeded, you are much more likely to take that next step. If you've taken 2 classes, you've almost doubled your chances of completing that next level of education. Congratulations on your willingness to pursue your future. 30 years ago, when I began as a math teacher at Cooney Rapids High School, a young student taught me a lesson that I keep till today. I was talking about what she should do with her future, and she said, "It's my job to dream about my future. It's your job to put me on that path." Today, I still believe that our job as a school system is to give you enough opportunities so that you create your own dream, and then we vigorously support you towards that dream. I hope through our rich elective programming at Anoka High School, that's been the case. Parents and community members, you may or may not know that over 70% of our community no longer has children in school or has never had children in school. That number makes it even more impressive that this last November you decided to fund our schools for another 10 years to help us do our single purpose, successfully graduate students. For that, the school board and I thank you for your commitment to our educational system. Anoka family, As Mr. Farley shared, you have endured the 4 most challenging years in public education that I can remember. Being here tonight is an accomplishment. I know I visited with parents and students who did not get to graduate this year. I know how hard it was to get to this spot. I hope you know that what you've done to get here tonight will give you the skills to be successful beyond high school. I'm confident of that. Anoka class of 2022, I am incredibly proud of your effort. I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Law. The 2022 senior class speakers are Taylor Severance and Marissa Day. Our first speaker this evening is Taylor Severance. Taylor is the daughter of Andy and Amy Severance of Ramsey. Taylor's many interests and activities include speech, book club, and Tornado Service Club. Taylor is active in soccer as a player, but also as a youth soccer and recreational soccer referee. Taylor is a member of the National Honor Society and was the volunteer coordinator for NHS this year. She is graduating with highest honors and is a 4-time academic letter winner. She also works part-time at Target. Taylor plans to attend North Dakota State University to study chemistry. Please welcome Ms. Taylor Severance. You ready?
Thank you. Good evening, class of 2022, and all those in attendance. It's a great day to be graduating, right? Yeah? Really, though? If I'm being honest, it's a little hard to think that I and my classmates will be graduating in about an hour, that we'll be taking those next steps into adulthood. Exciting, frightening, miserable adulthood. Adulthood that is now characterized by war, massive social inequality, sweater vests somehow making a comeback, climate change, SpongeBob memes. Please don't cut my mic. I was told to make this speech positive, and I promise I'm getting there. But I would be remiss if I did not address the immense obstacles our class has to navigate in our years to come. I mean, our generation is known for being depressed, so I might as well live up to the reputation. I'd wager a bet that we've all had these thoughts laying in our beds at 11:58 p.m., frantically writing the paper due in 2 minutes, needing to be on Google Meets in 6 hours. Yeah, I'm sure we all had second thoughts in those moments. But we're uncomfortable, we're all sweating. Let's not make it worse by letting our makeup run. We still have to walk across the stage and look good for the pictures that will hang on the wall for the next decade. Bear with me as I recount our trials and tribulations, and feel free to boo me off the stage if you get tired of hearing my voice. But be warned, I do have football jokes. When I tell people I go to Anoka, they usually say something along the lines of, "Oh, you're one of those kids." The class of 2022 existed in the weird in-between, sandwiched between seniors that lost the biggest years of their lives and freshmen starting their next big journey. We were not the priorities. Yeah, I said it. Teachers were busy keeping the freshmen from imploding and the seniors from rioting. But we didn't let that stop us. Take a moment to say it to yourself. We made it. That little fuzzy feeling in your chest, it's called pride. Feel free to bask in it. No one's judging you. And some of you don't feel it as often as you should. We made it. Through the arrival of Miss Rona, a teacher we all grew to hate, and the struggles of online learning, we made it. We lost some GPA points along the way, and maybe some brain cells rotted with constant staring at a screen, but the fact remains that we made it. In the midst of great uncertainty, we carried on like our whole world wasn't falling apart around us. We created clubs that celebrated our unique selves, that pushed the boundaries of who we are and what we do. Our speech team sent 5 seniors to state. DECA dominated at their own state tournament, and our wrestling team still sets the bar for excellence every year. And I've been saying for years that all we needed was some fake grass up in here to turn our luck around in football. What did I say? You're welcome. We broke records, broke barriers, stood up for what we believed in, and were unapologetically us. We made that mustache in front of the school represent something. If being one of those kids means excellence, means passion and dedication and positivity, means service and community and strength, then we should all strive to be those kids. Good to know we already are. But it doesn't erase the strife, the pain our world suffers, the wounds that deepen and deepen every day. This is what we're inheriting, and it's hard to see the brighter side of this. But we are in the perfect position to act. We understand. So I say to you today, go make it worth something. Go make something, anything, better. Volunteer, donate, advocate, help an old lady cross the street. Anything. Shake off that failure, the lost friends, and the broken hearts, and be luminous. You made it here. Now go make it farther somewhere else. Send me a DM when you get out there. And they all thought I was gonna lower the mood. Who's the Debbie Downer now? Not me. It has been an immense honor to be one of your classmates, to be only a small part in the excellence that permeates this class. Good job, parents. You raised good kids. Now take a step back and let us do the work. You must be so tired of our cars in the driveway. I know my own parents are. I address the class of 2022 directly when I say this. You have already proven that you are strong and resilient in the face of great adversity. You have made it through unprecedented times and stubbornly held on to your education, and also what little is left of your sanities. You've already done so much. Now go do a little bit more. Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Each year, graduates from Anoka High School receive thousands of dollars in scholarships from colleges, universities, corporations, and national foundations. On May 17, 2022, there were over 150 scholarships presented at Anoka High School. The scholarships were from local individuals, families, businesses, and organizations. The amount of scholarship money given was in excess of $160,000. We sincerely thank those local people, businesses, and organizations for their outstanding support. They are listed in the back of the program. Let's give them a big round of applause. Our second speaker tonight is Miss Marissa Day. Marissa is the daughter of Geoff and Stacy Day of Ramsey. Marissa is a member of Student Council, Star Youth Teaching Youth, and the Rock Climbing Club. Marissa has participated in theater all 4 years of high school, earned an all-conference choir award, is a member of the 7th Avenue Carolers, and the choir president. She is a highest honors graduate and a 3-time academic letter winner. Marissa plans to attend the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire with a double major in Spanish and journalism. Please welcome Miss Marissa Day.
Today I'm going to talk about community. It starts with your parents fussing over you on the first day of kindergarten as you get ready to leave the house. Maybe they'll take 1 billion pictures on your way out the door, Or maybe they're dragging you out of the house by the arm to get into the car so you're not late. 13 years later, for better or for worse, they'll relive the same thing for the 13th time. Our parents who have always supported us. That's community. When I walked through the doors of Anoka High School, I wasn't worried about finding where my classes were or figuring out where I wanted to go to college. My biggest concern on my first day here was finding a place where I would belong. Belonging can seem especially daunting when you're 14, sitting in a sweaty gymnasium packed with almost 2,000 other people, and the man who's supposed to be running things comes jogging out in a hard hat and a neon vest. That first Pep Fest kind of felt like one of those, "Hey Farley, if you're back here with us, who's guiding the ship?" kind of moments. But as confused as I was, I realized how that Pep Fest was the first and the last time that I ever felt like just a number in my 4 years at Anoka High School. Ever since that day, that feeling of being all together in one place, that's community. In March of our sophomore year, we began what would become some of the hardest 12 months of our lives so far. The COVID-19 pandemic made it impossible for community gatherings to happen, and even though high school events were probably the least of our worries at that time, it took away our sense of community nonetheless. We managed by social distancing outdoors and sitting on phone calls for hours at a time, listening to our teachers' lectures over Zoom, not Doom, and completing assignments asynchronously. Through it all, our teachers were always in our corner. They spent hours waiting on open Zoom calls at a time, and not only were they the faces and voices behind the lessons we learned, they were our biggest cheerleaders, another source of hope when we needed it most. There is a special kind of support that you feel from your advisors, your coaches, your teachers and counselors, and even Mark the janitor. That's community. Thanks to all of them, 2 years later, the community that we started to build is once again able to grow, and it's thriving. I look across this field and I smile. It's like I always hoped it would be. Community is standing on a stage in front of your 500 closest friends and feeling so excited for every single thing they are about to experience. I'm looking out at a crowd of doctors and nurses, soldiers and engineers, writers, musicians, teachers, CEOs, and everything else in between. The class of 2022 is going to create such an incredible community in our entire world, unlike any other before. Someday in my future, I'll sit down across the table from somebody who I care about and tell them all about this community that we built. Maybe I'll tell them about the TV7 news crew or a flipped canoe and outdoor adventures. I could tell them all about the chamber orchestra and 7th Avenue carolers on a bus to North Dakota or the cast and crew of Puffs. I'll tell them about Zion Adesiji playing snare with the drumline and Devin Harris and Louis Siegel singing the national anthem. They'll hear about nature walks with Josie Klimek, Megan Reed, and Corey Spindler, and filming alien conspiracies with Matthew Sondrel. Miss Hayes' concert Smile will make an appearance in my story, and Mr. Milbauer's letter of recommendation will be taken out of its sheet protector to be read. I'll even think of Mr. Farley and his Hey Superstar every once in a while. Because what I won't forget is the people I've met here, and this community that each and every one of you helped build. Congratulations, Anoka High School class of 2022, and thank you. Oh my gosh.
Excellent as always, Marissa. Well done. Yep. Thank you, Marissa. Honor students are recognized tonight both on the program and by various distinctions. In the class of 2022, we have 262 total honor graduates, 54 highest honor, 90 high honor, and 118 honor graduates. Big round of applause. At this time, students, we're ready to issue those diplomas. A little bit more than that, please. Mr. Law, Mr. Audette, Ms. Hers McCardle, Dr. Delich, family members, and guests, may I present to you the class of 2022. All right, I got some technical stuff I got to read too. They have satisfied all of the requirements set down by the Minnesota Department of Education and also the requirements of the School Board of Anoka-Hennepin Independent School District 11. They are now prepared to receive their diplomas. Ms. Hers McCardle, as School Board Treasurer, will you please accept the class of 2022 on behalf of our district?
Principal Farley, the members of the Anoka-Hennepin School Board are proud of the young students of the Anoka High School class of 2022. We're grateful to the parents and guardians of our graduates for their support. On behalf of the entire Anoka-Hennepin School Board, it is with great pride that I accept the class of 2022 and commission the awarding of diplomas. Congratulations, graduates.
At this time, we ask that all graduates please come forward to receive your diplomas. In order that all students have the opportunity to be honored and all names be heard, we ask that you please hold your applause until all students have received their diplomas. First group.
Kanani Abdurrahman. Anthony Acosta. Michael Adejumo. Zion Adesiji. David Adetunji. Mansik El-Azawi. Hiba El-Hamid. Jafar Al-Hamid. Dylan Allison. Abubakar El-Sadi. Maddie Amarouche. Samantha Amsler. Abigail Anderson. Adam Anderson. Jada Anderson. Lindsay Anderson. Nathan Anderson. Reese Anderson. Tori Anderson. Zoe Anderson. Paige Andrews. Arlette Aranguri. Ayana Asmus. Chidubam Atama. Joshua Ostring. Shepard Ishford Rogers. Tabitha Bach. Carter Ban. Nathaniel Barnish. Tommy Barrett. Aaron Barth. McKenna Beaver. Ella Beck. Olivia Beck. Luke Becker. Nicholas Becker. Aaliyah Beeler. Daniel Bellos. Hunter Bennett. Abigail Benson. McKenna Berg. Samantha Berge. Trevor Betzler. Jenna Bina. Brock Binfet. Jason Block. Luke Bloomer. Kaylee Book. Tyler Boyer. Sarah Brandis. Mackenzie Broch. Carson Braun. Albert Breitweiser. Megan Brendel. Madeline Brower. Lillian Brown. Benjamin Brucker. Ian Brunn. Brianna Brunner. Jaden Brandt. Grant Bursey. Samantha Butterfield. Mark Byrne. Andrew Burns. Kiesia Cannon. Leonardo Cano Medina. Emma Carlson. Noah Carlson. Jade Carney. Micah Carpenter. Matthew Chambers. Nu Chang. Aaron Christofferson. Jaden Cloutier. Parker Colbert. Amari Coley. Angelina Collins. Ryan Collins. Marley Connolly. Benjamin Converse. Jacob Coughlin. Alex Kramer. Catherine Cronky. Janiyah Cummings. Julius Cummings. Morgan Dolliger. Kylie Dahlem. Hadley Dammer. Abigail Davis. Timonique Davis. Tayshawn Davis Langford. Logan Day. Marissa Day. Jackson Dean. Ethan Delval Perez. Lily DeLuca. Kimberly DeRoy. Jaden Destin. Kennedy Dieterman. Ethan Deutsch. Jacob Deutschman. Kira Dishinger. Trent Dishinger. Roman Dodge. Peyton Dorwart. Isaac Dozier. Jada Eckley. Emmeline Egan. Nathan Eggleston. Luke Engelman. Nina English. Tatiana English. Alexi Eskarska Lacone. Jeremiah Esket. Taylor Evanson. Stephen Falai. Lila Fedor. Liliana Feehan. Gabriella Feigum. Lucas Fernandez. Elena Feo. Andrew Fisher. Zayden Fitzsimmons. Olivia Flaskerud. Anthony Forsyth. Benjamin Fosvik. Callie Franklin. Andrew Freeby. Tino Freiberg. Rachel Kapinski. Antonio Garcia. Adriana Garcia Hernandez. Akshaya Gautam. Jason Genchi. Emily Gurdon. Richard Gilbertson. Zachary Gillen. Cedric Glazer. Alexandra Glenn. Elena Glodek. Declan Goddard. Jake Gons. Alexa Gordner. Xavier Gorman. Eden Goya. Sierra Green. Jasmine Green. Zoe Greasy. Sydney Griswold. Brandon Gross. Elise Gross. Theo Grotberg. Sophia Gilliam. Mariah Gunderson. Cheyenne Gust. Arlie Gutierrez. Jack Guy. Curtis Hagan. Mackenzie Hagan. Parker Haglund. Brenna Hagman. Sydney Halliburton. Tate Holland. Ariel Hansen. Kylie Hansen. Sydney Hardesty. Devin Harris. Kelsey Harris. Joseph Halbrick. Tori Hayden. Christian Haywood. Alexander Hegseth. Liliana Heinen. Reese Helbeck. Andrew Heltemis. J.C. Hendershide. Bo Henderson. Brooklyn Hendrickson. Paige Henneberg. Logan Hepokoski. Yassine Hersey. Austin Heyer. Morgan High. Cassandra Hwai. Ginger Hoffmeister. Allison Hookham. Gavin Hookham. Joseph Hoppenrath. Tylen Hoppy. Madison Hora. Finn Horak. Lindsay Hornsby. Brendan Howes. Blake Hubbard. Marta J. Hudson. Gavin Hughes. Nicole Zeus. Matthew Icarella. Anoka Irwin. Cole Jacobs. Nicole Jaquez. Lily Jednick. Samantha Jensen. Abigail Johnson. Alexi Johnson. Adriana Johnson. Cody Johnson. Deja Johnson. Isabella Johnson. Jaden Johnson. Lucas Johnson. Malou Johnson. Nathan Johnson. Owen Johnson. Spencer Johnson. Tanner Johnson. Tambua Joja. Catherine Jones. Mallory Jones. Quintez Jones. Sean Jordan. Alpha Commanda. Anna Kamnikar. Jamel Karn. Paul Karpov. Mary Keelikai. I knew that was coming. Thomas Keller. Jewel Kellerhus. Jovan Kennedy. James Kenny. Carson Kirks. Alexi Key. Astrid Kaiser Andre. Susada Kang. Callie Keeker Olson. Hannah Courier. Kylie Kirkland. Josie Klimek. Cole Klungseth Carlson. Elijah Knutson. Ulia Korbatska. Jamesetta Coley. Padeline Colley. Kareem Condor. Natalie Kramer. Sydney Kress. Maisie Kuhn. Andrew Kenzel. Mark Kuharchik. Tanner Quatera. Emma Labine. Ashton LaFleur. Logan LaChance. Oliver Lackinen. Peyton Lackinen. Jordan Loxo. Austin Lang. Yuna Lau. Jaden Lappin. Evelyn Lara. Gabriel Larson. Haley Larson. Wesley Laver. Jillian Lee. Nicholas Leffler. Andre Levkovich. Lucas Leobrotten. Tyler Leon. Cooper Lindberg. Dylan Lynn. Ryan Lychik. Jasmine Lloyd. Josephine Lukin. Elsa Liley. Jameson Madland. Tava Madsen. McKenna Maher. Michael Maher. Logan Stover. Jamil Shifa. Ella Charette. Julio Torres Arroyo. Justice Hilston. Aaron Maki. Wyatt Maloney. Daniel Mannion. Jacob Marco. Samuel Moros. Abigail Marquardt. Alec Marin. Savannah Mossman. Ashley Mastel. Mohamedou Mumbai. Mason McCardle. John McLean. Samuel McClay. Grace McCullough. Michael McGonigal. James McQuiggan. Cullen McKay. Nevaeh McKinney. Abigail McLaughlin. Allie McNamara. Brandon McNeil. Camila Anya Isabel Medell. Mason Medved. Brianne Mikosh. Hector Mendoza Rodriguez. Marin Merrick Melberg. Sydney Meyer. Logan Millis. Connor Minshew. Greg Mitchell. Mariah Moeller. Aurora Monthony. Joseph Morphew. Morgan Morrison. Tosh Mua. Gretchen McGlynn. Layla Mulkey. Seth Murphy. Terrence Musta. Jasmine Myers. McKenna Myron. Garmin Neal. Malachi Neal. Malaya Neal. Amy Nelson. Jackson Ness. Jaden Newman. Andy Nguyen. Marissa Nicholson. Shea Nicholson. Santronia Norholm. Tyler Nasco. Somali Noor. Faith Nayabuto. Mercy Nayabuto. Japheth Nayamari. Elizabeth Naima. Felix Ochwangi. Hayden Olson. Boston Olson. Eli Olson. Evan Olson. Logan Olson. Nicholas Olson. Alexandra Overwick. Jack Page. Lorenz Palmerini. Cole Palmer. Taylor Paquette. McKenna Paulson. Ashley Pearson. Timothy Pearson. Daniel Perales Tinoco. Gabrielle Perrier. Eleanor Peterson. Miranda Peterson. Teen Pham. Owen Phelps. Malik Pierce. Jessica Pekas. Benjamin Pakta. Addison Poppin. Kyle Poster. Amanda Preem. Brianna Preem. Abigail Price. Leilani Proudfung. Alexander Purington. Carson Keenahan. Reggie Rafferty. Ariana Ramos. Zebin Redning. Megan Reed. Connor Reedy. Elizabeth Ryman. Jacob Reinholtz. John Ritchie. Jordan Ridgely. Michaela Reichel. Ashish Rajal. Scott Reich. Gabriel Ritzy. Ryan Rivers. Khadijah Roby. Shakaya Robinson. Jaylene Robles Gill. Keenan Rodriguez. Raina Rowe. Jade Rowland. Madison Rolfe. Abigail Rothschild. Caitlin Rosen. Preston Ross. John Rotundo. Maria Ryabkova. Claire Moran. Matthew Windsor. Jolena Sam. Priya Sanachara. Brittany Sartwell Duffy. Ryder Sawyer. Lindsay Schatz. Samada Schmidt. Russell Schmieg. Nina Schultz. Carrie Ann Scott. Elonge Sieber. Taylor Severance. Tiba Shadhan. Fine Shaka. Abdullah Shaya. Colton Shearer. Phoenix Shimmick. Louis Siegel. Julia Simons. Alexis Simpson. Jacob Showstrand. Madison Slininger. Sutton Sloth. Evelyn Smith. Kayla Smith. Sophia Smith. Isabella Sones. Abian Solomon. Tyler Solom. Julia Soli. Matthew Sondrel. Abraham Sparts. Corey Spindler. Zachary St. Jean. Jacob Stalter. Patrick Stanley. Evan Stern. Kimani Stewart Cush. Madeline Stradall. Bina Sukdeo. Ebony Cecina. Keegan Swanson. Monica Swinney. Haley Sivak. Dusty Tarpe Doe. Benjamin Taylor. Michaela Taylor. Mackenzie Taylor. Claire Tembrell. Curison Turbe. Jessica Fangy. Chu Yi Tao. Ken Shin Tao. Nina Tao. Allison Thies. Joshua Thies. Molly Tomes. Isabel Thorson. Alexander Tillman. Mallory Tomerdahl. Hayden Torgerson. Diego Torres Valdivia. Vi Tran. Alicia Trotter. Samantha Trotter. Caden Troy. Tenzin Setson. Kiranen Tyson. Renelle Ure. William Valiant. Aaron Van Heck. Ava Vanderlee. Levi Vanderlinden. Jolena Vang. Tu Vang. Alexis Vanlith. Leslie Varela. Roger Vargas. Kendall Vaughn. Anthony V. Kylie Venslin. Ekaterina Viodet. Carson Villarreal. Sophia Vines. Ashton Vinson. Ethan Vogt. Alexander Vu. Ethan Vu. Lauren Wangdu. Maximilian Warnicki. Sylvia Warren. Lila Watkins. Marie Way. Kaylee Wayman. Benjamin Whaling. Alexander Welsh. Emma Wetterhahn. Rex Wires Fruth. Ethan Wheeler Wise. Jacob Whitaker. Sebastian Whitcomb. McKenna Whitney. Hannah Wecheck. Serenity Williams. Tarek Wilson. Jacob Windsor. Allison Witt. Samantha Whitty. Jacob Wojak. Ashton Wolin. Julianne Wygrolic. Mason Zhang. Selena Zhang. Ariana Yang. Ashley Yang. Delilah Yang. Johnny Yang. Nora Yasir. Sydney Young. Tristan Young. Kevin Zabriskie. Maria Zagara. Simon Zerwis. Karen Zhang. Ava Zeeland. Sky Stumpert. Riley Zokowski. The class of 2022.
Woo! All right. Congratulations again, class of 2022. In closing, we will now have a vocal ensemble sing God Bless America. Families and guests, we ask that you please remain seated until all graduates recess out of the area. That must be a street glide. Students, please remain seated until our concert band begins playing the recessional. Go ahead.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
That was great.
Congratulations, class of 2022. You are officially graduates. Have a great evening! Woo! This one's going to be hard. I mean, they say every year, yeah, it's going to be a little difficult, but with this particular group, with what we went through the last 4 years, the perseverance, the resiliency that they have, and they're genuine. They're just a genuine group of kids.
Most proud of? Probably just making it through the COVID stuff. That was rough for a little bit for everybody.
The thing I'm most proud of here at Anoka, for myself, definitely senior year, I flourished and gained a lot of confidence, which I think is something that my peers have also had.
I'd say I'm most proud of the connections I made with teachers, staff, students.
I'm just proud of making it.
How everybody in the school just kind of got over COVID and basically nobody looked back.
Favorite memory, it's honestly probably just the compile of all the team meals from football.
My favorite memory from high school probably would just be how my friends were there the entire time, and how my evolution of just my friend group and stuff like that really shaped who I am today.
My favorite is just being part of this environment. I would say Anoka has the best environment I've ever been in.
A memory that stands out for me would be homecoming week.
I would say one memory that stands out to be my favorite is definitely the first day of school Pet Fest this year.
They're a very close-knit group. They're very kind-hearted. They're driven and focused on change. They're very, very strong.
My senior year, in 3 words, would have to be football, family, and friends.
Big, exciting, and kind of long.
Unforgettable, exciting, and memorable.
Definitely pivotal, helpful, and bittersweet.
I love the fact that I could come back next year in the fall or something, and there'd always be an open door, and there's always a family here at Anoka.
I love how close of a family we are.
What I'd say I love about Anoka is it's really become a community.
I love the students, I love the teachers, I love the staff, and I just like that. It feels like a family.
Most looking forward to a fresh start.
I think I'm most excited for a new environment.
I just want to experience things that I wouldn't have experienced in high school, just kind of traveling and hanging out with my friends and stuff like that.
Perhaps the thing that I'm looking forward to the most would be a degree of independence.
Being a part of the Anoka family, to me, I have never felt like I haven't belonged over my last 4 years. I've always felt like there's a community, and I've always had somebody here, and there's just so much love in these 4 walls, and it's just an amazing feeling.
Class of 2022, you will be dearly missed. You've done some amazing work over the last 4 years. You've persevered through some pretty difficult things and some things that are historical in education. And I have the utmost faith that you will move forward to the next part of your journey, and you will change the world and make it a better place for all. Stay unified and stay together.